Hello and welcome to my channel for news about the Fact Gossip 24. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Alana, your friend, is me. Let's begin. 90-Day Fiancé. Natalie Mordovtseva's worst makeup fails after extraordinary weight loss milestone. 90-Day Fiancé star Natalie Mordovtseva has one of the most beautiful faces in the franchise, yet she always makes big mistakes when she does her makeup. Natalie studied journalism and psychology before embarking on a career in acting and modeling in Ukraine. Natalie starred in several TV shows before she met Mike Youngquist. Mike knew that Natalie was out of his league when their mutual friend introduced them. He should have expected that Natalie was going to declare that she didn't really love him during their first season together. Natalie always wanted to go to the US and Mike was going to help. Her hopes were shattered when she saw that Mike lived in the woods and not in the big city that she'd imagined. Natalie kept cribbing about the living conditions before she left Mike within months of marrying him. Natalie is currently together with the CEO of a modeling agency, and while she's got her foot in the door when it comes to getting modeling jobs, Natalie has been struggling to find a partner who will marry her and give her a child. In July 2024, Natalie was celebrating her birthday by sharing a present with her fans. She revealed she was the face of a skincare brand and shared details about the toners, serums, exfoliators, and cleansers available along with a discount code for her followers. Natalie was promoting skincare but had several layers of makeup on her face. She had also used filters to enhance her look, but what stood out was her excessive contouring. Natalie had used too much product while trying to sculpt her face. It made her nose too thin while giving her a harsh contour line. Natalie had highlighted too much under her eye area. Since Natalie has a rounder face, she was expected to follow the standard contouring and highlighting techniques to try and slim down her face, but what she did was giving her the opposite effect. Ideally, Natalie should have stayed away from makeup entirely while wearing a bathrobe and sitting in front of a sink to use skincare. Or she could have gone for a natural makeup look, but Natalie's face ended up looking artificial and weirdly airbrushed instead of daisy fresh. Natalie's been sharing pictures from her recent modeling assignments. She came to California to become a Hollywood star, but for now, she's okay with being a model. The labels that Natalie models for are not babe or well-known, but she still puts in a lot of effort to strike her best pose and give her best expressions. Natalie did the same for a new shoot she did for a formal wear brand based in California. Natalie wore a red gown with a pleated bodice and lots of frills. She wore a large red flower as her neck piece. Natalie's face makeup was very dark compared to her pale neck. Natalie had forgotten to blend in or had completely skipped applying foundation to her neck, perhaps out of fear of spoiling the neck piece or the garment itself. Natalie did not choose the right shade of foundation for herself, keeping in mind the undertone of her fair complexion. She should have gone for a seamless look so that her professional photos did not reveal where her foundation began and ended. Natalie shared a stunning photograph of herself in a sequined black dress with a thigh-high slit and a beaded, deep neckline. Natalie's natural blonde curls framed her slim face as she stood next to a piano looking like a musician's muse. Natalie's look was sadly ruined by her blush blindness. She seemed to have kept adding blush on her cheeks, thinking that what she had on wasn't enough. Natalie had used a brown blush that made it look like she had a growing bruise on her cheek, as it prominently covered most of her face in the photograph. Natalie was super excited to show fans her first acting shoots for cinema. Natalie looked really different in the pictures, which somehow were so saturated that her skin tone had turned orange, and her hair was bright yellow. Natalie's nude lips didn't do her look any favors, and neither did the pale pink background used for the photos that made her complexion look much darker than it is. Still, Natalie seemed happy with her professional headshots. She even promoted the photographer and asked interested fans to get in touch with them for work or social media content. It wouldn't be surprising if some of the commentators ridiculed Natalie's makeup skills. Natalie could have been looking orange since she was wearing a foundation that was too dark for her skin tone or had applied one with the wrong undertone. The photos were also an example of an eyebrow fail for Natalie, who had not used the correct product and had patchy brows. Natalie wanted darker brows but had not filled them in while going for the book look. Natalie is a drama queen and is interested in playing a tragedy queen in a horror film. Natalie's dream hasn't come true yet, although she does fulfill her fantasies by getting some photos clicked while following the gothic theme. Some pictures that Natalie posted in May 2024 looked like they belonged in a vampire movie, but Natalie's dehydrated skin was concerning. The camera was focusing on Natalie's face, and her skin looked rough, in need of moisturizer. A smooth canvas before makeup application is of the utmost importance, but Natalie had not followed a proper skincare routine. It can be done using a range of skincare products, such as the ones that Natalie herself was advertising on her birthday. Natalie needed to cleanse, exfoliate, and apply a mask to hydrate it. A serum could have helped Natalie target her skincare concerns, followed by sunscreen, and later a primer would have given Natalie a smooth base that helped her makeup last longer. Her skin needed pampering before Natalie got the photos clicked. Natalie's best friend is a makeup artist. She says she loves it when he does her makeup. It looks like Natalie doesn't take her expert friend's advice, especially when it comes to foundation. Natalie seems to be insecure about her looks, despite her natural beauty. The filters she uses tell a heartbreaking story, and she should be using just a small amount of foundation on her areas of concern and not her whole face. Still, 90-Day Fiancé star Natalie never learns from the mistakes in her relationship and hasn't been able to do it with her makeup either.